Gentlemen, we are live this evening for the Paintball Ruined My Life live stream. This evening, we have planned. We're going to talk more about 3-man. There's more 3-man news. HK Army has a new regulator. Virtue got flooded. We got a new video from Paintball Fit that we're going to watch a little bit. It's pretty cool. Then you should go watch the rest. Some weird, crazy paintball guns that I found. And the Super 7 Australian series has the most ridiculous layout ever. And we're going to look at that. But without further ado, bfpgear.com, the best paintball store in the known universe, have got Brimstone JT masks in. These came out, earlier, I should say last week, late last week. We kind of saw glimpses of these bad boys. And you can get them over at BFP Gear. They have the Sapphire for September, which these are all kind of clearish as well. You can see how you got the goggle frame there. It's kind of clear. You get that translucent bottom. Also coming in ruby or, kind of red. And there's also the Peridot, but unfortunately these are already sold out. This was easily the most popular, kind of most desirable color. People just really like this kind of crazy green. But you can get them at bfpgear.com, as well as this new HK Army turbine regulator that we will discuss more later on. So head to BFP Gear, use the links in the description of these videos so they know that you were sent there via Brad Johnson from Paintball Ruined My Life. Yes. What are we doing here? We got first up on the docket, gentlemen. I haven't done this in a long time. I used to ask where everybody was hailing from, like where's everyone at? Sometimes we find someone in a crazy location around the world. So let me know where everyone's at, and then we're gonna head forward in this paintball news thing. Wisco, what's Wisco? What do I feel like Frisco? The UK, Phil, that's interesting. It's more interesting to me. Gush is in freaking Maui. I don't know if I know. Maui's the coolest. Who's gonna be in the coolest location? You can't lie either. Oh, Wisconsin. I don't know why I thought of Frisco, Texas. Well, because it's Wisco, Frisco, Texas. Alright, but nobody's telling me where you're at, so, alright. You guys suck. North Houston. Pensacola, Florida. If you're just arriving to the chat, we're trying to find out the coolest. Spencer, hello, sir. How are you? Hope you're well. Spencer, you're not anywhere cool. You're not anywhere cool like Maui or East Tennessee. Oh, the middle of Cornfield, Nebraska. Where in Nebraska, though? My ancestry is from Nebraska. Texas for Porter. Grass Valley's not bad. Although Grass Valley's not like a cool, neat location. Like, Maui. Yeah, Yuba City's not so exciting either. 2 hours west of Omaha. I've been to Lincoln, Nebraska. Oh my gosh. Now I'm gonna blank on all the places. Is it Lindsay, Nebraska? Oh my god. Anyway, okay, we won't talk about Nebraska. What are we doing? Let's talk about the first thing on my list, 3v3. 3v3's been, a world takeover. This goddamn light is still blinking red. I thought I fixed it. Lindsay, yeah. Shit. Anyway, enough about Nebraska. We've been talking so much about 3v3. And 3v3 is always kind of, I was going to say officially coming to World Cup, but it's not really officially been coming. It's been there for a while. But now what we're seeing is 3v3 Xball. Previously, it just been regular 3-man, like old school 7-man, where you play one 3-man match and then you wait 20 minutes and you play another one. Then, you wait 20 minutes. It's just a big round robin kind of tournament scenario. And now they've added the 3v3 Xball format in 2 additional divisions. So that'll kind of make 3 divisions in this Xball format. We've been 3v3 Xball format. We've seen Pro recently the last couple years. Now, at World Cup at least, you're going to be able to play it in the Open Division and the Amateur Division. Open Division will be semi-pro and lower. So if you're semi-pro or Division 2, you would have to play in that Open Division. Amateur is going to be Division 3 and lower. It's also kind of interesting as well. This is taking place Wednesday. I'm sorry, not Monday. Wednesday, the day before World Cup officially had previously started on that Thursday. Also interesting, they're playing like separate times, right? So the Open Division is going to be playing in the afternoon, and that Amateur is going to be playing in the morning. Obviously, we can see right there it's $750 for entry. First place, $3,000 though. That's not bad. You know, $1,000 a player. That's kind of more than you're probably getting per player if you're playing 5-man. But I mean, I guess 5-man, you know, technically you could just have 5 people, but typically there's more than that. I think they actually capped the rosters at 12, which is kind of nuts for this. You know, putting the rosters at 12 for 3-man is just crazy. I mean, you could have, I don't know, you could just have a different freaking roster, different like lines every single entire point. So that's a lot of people. Yeah, just more 3-man. And like I said, this isn't really like new. It's just in this Xball format that is new. There is also regular 3-man still happening. Regular, just round robin 3-man is going to happen on Sunday. And there are quite a few divisions for that still. There's open, but I don't know what any of this means, right? I was like, I didn't look into it. I probably could have. But the divisions for 3-man, regular 3-man, are also labeled like the Xball one. So there's open, you know, which I assume is also semi-pro and lower, or semi-pro and under, yeah. And then there's amateur, intermediate, novice, and youth, which I mean, obviously youth, you're just going to be young, but I don't know what intermediate and novice are. You know, we have all these other divisions, so adding additional divisions to the already Division Pro, Division 1 Semi-Pro, Division 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, and then now we have youth and intermediate and open, and it's just a little confusing. Would I buy a 170R for $475? That sounds like a pretty good deal. The 3v3 Xball tournament to be held at the NXL World Cup. Yeah, I don't know. That's interesting how many teams they actually are going to get signed up for this thing. I wanted to actually look. Let's go over and actually look at NXL World Cup. And one of the things that's always just so crazy about World Cup is I don't quite understand the like team situation. Like, I don't understand really what this champions thing is. And then there's like another one down here. But this one is like 20 teams. Like, I don't quite know what's going on here. And then there's like a whole nother Xball division. I mean, I did kind of investigate, and there's like the top 4 teams from every division. So, you know, if you take all these, there's going to be 20 teams. And the same thing for the pro too. So these are like the top 4 pro teams, but I don't understand entirely why they're broken apart like that. But we have, look, Masters Xball, Collegiate Xball, 5v5 just on Saturday and Sunday. And then we have 5v5, I should say, just on Sunday. We have more Xball. So this is the 3v3 Xball, and there's Youth Beginner 5v5, Amateur 10-on-10, Saturday and Sunday, Amateur 10-on-10 just on Sunday, Classic Mounds 7-on-7 just on Sunday. The previous one was Open 10-on-10. Classic Mounds 5v5 just on Friday. Here's normal 3-man. More Xball. This is the Commander's Cup. So this is like the U.S. Army and the Navy and, you know, those guys. And then we have women's 3-on-3. So there's just a lot of stuff. It's cool to see, but really kind of overwhelming, you know, like I don't know what I'd want to play, you know, like, okay, we're playing regular Xball, and then maybe we play, you know, a regular 5-on-5 just Saturday, or maybe we try to play mounds or something like that. So a lot of options, always taking place at World Cup. And if you're here, make sure to give this live stream a like. If you're one of these cool early people to the live stream, give the thing a like and hit that like button. It does help this channel. It really does. Phil says you've heard rumors of maybe a new Lux at Cup. Yeah, I'd actually be kind of surprised if we don't see one. There's been so many like just random things happening, right? Like the prices have come down on all their guns, from the Shockers to the Idol, or I should say from the Era to the Idol. We've seen, I don't know, them getting rid of stuff. They've kind of hinted at secret guns and stuff like that. So yeah, I would for sure expect to see a new Lux. Dan, you'd definitely like playing mounds at Cup. Yeah, I always like mounds. I mean, I like the mounds field. I don't know about the World Cup specifically one, but I always like mounds. One thing that's cool about mounds is you can sneak around. That's one of the things that I really miss about playing like just woods ball, is being able to like sneak around and be all sneaky. And you can't do that in today's modern paintball game. So I am a fan of mounds, specifically for the sneak factor. This is next, HK Army's turbine regulator, and I will put on this slideshow of the new HK Army turbine regulator. And the couple things kind of stood out to me that I want to, I guess, look at. So, what is this thing? This is HK's new reg. It's $130 and $140. There are two different versions. There's a standard length version. Ignore those. A standard length version and a long version. Like, that's the extended version. So it's a little bit longer. You can kind of see how that base where the regulator is going to be about like that, and the standard one is about like that. So it's maybe, I don't know, ½ inch shorter or so. So that's that standard one that they're selling for $130. Whereas the regulator that it's replacing, the HK Army Aero Light, that one right there, previously sold for $110. They are adjustable. You can adjust the output pressure. Kind of interesting. So we can see right there, it comes with pre-thickened shims, or like pre-thickened, I don't know. It comes with like the correct shim thickness, where you can add shims. So right now, with all three of those shims removed, like if you put air inside that regulator, it would output at 350 psi. So if you wanted to put it at 550, you just put that 550 shim inside that regulator, and you got 550 psi now. Whereas previously you had to put multiple shims. This is just a little bit cleaner. It still has that rotational bonnet, so we can see really the regulator that I would say Ninja kind of popularized. Maybe not like this specific design, but Ninja definitely popularized that rotational bonnet to help you kind of line up that gauge and fill nipple. This cartridge style is a little bit unique, though. I think we first saw this with the Powerhouse regulators, I believe, and that's kind of been ripped off and replicated since then. And I'll kind of I want to read the things that HK Army put on here too. And you can also buy, I should say, you can buy the stainless steel bonnet right there. They're selling those things for $30. So like if you want to get the stainless steel bonnet and a regulator, $160. So HK say pro level adjustable output. So like I was saying, you can adjust those shims easy. It has that 360 rotational bonnet. Airflow stabilized precision brass insert slows the initial air surge, preventing accidental burst discs. See, I don't know what that is. We're going to look at that though, I think. Low pro burst discs. I really like the tool it is coming with. It's kind of neat. In a spring-activated fill nipple, the spring-loaded fill valve helps block debris during travel or while there is no air pressure. Also includes... All right. Okay, so what I was mainly curious about is just how much different this is from HK's kind of current regulator. So we're going to zoom this in a lot. And I want to like look at the base of these things. So that's that fill nipple. You can kind of see some of this regulator, the arrow light on the right-hand side is not all the way exploded. We really kind of can't see it all the way. But you can see that fill nipple right there having that spring in there, which is kind of cool because typically that brass pin that's inside that fill nipple, if there's no air, will jiggle around. And in theory, stuff could get behind it if it's moving back and forth. That could allow debris around, whereas having that spring right there, it's always going to be sealed, so nothing's ever going to get in unless you put air through the fill nipple and override that spring pressure. Let's see though. So what I was curious about though is what actually is different. I don't notice a whole lot change. Obviously they're still using that main spring is still the same. We can see they're not using those 3 shims, but that's just because they're including those other 3 shims that are just individually thicker. So rather than putting 3 shims in there to change the pressure, you just put whichever pressure shim you want. And we can see the piston is, looks exactly the same. It's a little different maybe technically. I would say the main difference is probably going to be that pin. I mean, we can see where, you depress the pin for air to come out is quite a bit different. Maybe that air opening is a little bit wider. I don't have a ton of experience with the HK regs either, so I don't know necessarily if those Aerolite regs are having problems. I have an Aerolite that I've been using for years and it's perfectly fine, so I don't necessarily know if that pin was an issue. What I kind of think is happening here, and I don't know, I think that we might actually see happening a little bit more on, is that like, rather than these companies raise their prices, so rather than HK Army be like, oh, our cost is increasing, because of tariffs and, the bullshit economy, rather than just raise their prices on the Aerolite 2 reg, so rather than just, make the Aerolite 2 reg now $20 more, rather than increasing the price of the Aerolite, they're just going to come out with an entirely new product that is just an entirely different product. So rather than increasing the price and making it feel like stuff got more expensive, they're just going to be like, here's our new and improved model that, maybe it is better. Maybe they did make some improvements, but also at the same time, they're able to increase the price without, it feeling like stuff's like just going up in price for no reason. Yeah, I mean, we've definitely been in a scenario too where we've not had a ton of tank regulators, right? I mean, Ninja for a decade or so were easily the best tank manufacturer and reg manufacturer. And we've seen them somewhat supplanted by Powerhouse. I mean, Powerhouse have been making those high-end regulators and the affordable regulator, their new... Yeah, what is going on with my GPU on my computer here? I think I know what's happening. We're going to turn something off and see what happens. Of course. Yeah, Powerhouse, I think that they're hook regulators, their new affordable regulator. But prices are still quite a bit different. Ninja regulators, their Pro V2 regulator 10 years ago was $69. I mean, you could buy those for $59.99, I think maybe. Maybe they were $60 or $70. And now we're getting, good regulators, but now doubled the price at this $130 price. I don't know what that says. That says more maybe about the economy and how much stuff costs nowadays and all kinds of stuff. So I don't know. Every time I switch, music blasts. Does it? Did it do it that time? I don't know. I can't see it. It's consistently, like the music goes up when I change, like I'm not seeing it even on the like thing. Dude, I don't know, guys. Can you hear it now? I mean, now it's just totally off. Because I can see it, like it says it's at 40 dB. Negative 40 dB. Huh. I just turned it off. I just want it in the background. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, normally, you know, if if the audio's loud, I could see it happening, but nothing even happens when I do it. Huh. Click the chat and see if it does it. What do you mean? I was gonna like monitor the live stream back. I can hear myself. All right, let me try this. I'm gonna see what happens. I'm curious. Huh. Yeah, I don't know. That is weird, huh? It definitely like switches. Huh. Dude, I don't know. It like doesn't like correct the volume like when I switch. I gotta turn my I'm listening to myself everywhere. It like doesn't turn the volume off, so if when I switch back, it doesn't like lower the volume automatically. It like full blast and then it goes back to where it should. I don't know. I fucking there's always something wrong. It's always something. Anyway, how's everyone doing tonight? You doing all right? Everyone good? Good. I lost my train of thought. I was going to say something, but I totally, like, I don't know what the hell happened. It is odd. You know what I did make? This is kind of cool. The Paintball Ruined My Life store. You know, there's merch in the Paintball Ruined My Life store, and it's getting close to gone. There's just a little bit left, and I really, really want to move it all. You can buy it all right now at paintballruinedmylife.com/shop. You can follow that link right there, pbrml.shop. Or, yeah, I don't know. Headbands are $30 a piece. There's all a 3-pack on there. You could follow that QR code. That's what I was going to say. You can get 3 packs for only $75. Barrel covers are also on there. You can get this cool hat like I have on right now. All at the Paintball Ruined My Life store. There's a link in the description too. You know, you don't have to type into a browser or follow that QR code right there. Buy some merch, help support the Paintball Ruined My Life channel, and help keep this thing chugging along. Headbands are cool. You know, you can get headbands. They're cotton, 100% cotton. They're denim, which I like. You know, I'm a full-on denim guy. Full-on. Like, I have denim underwear on right now. I'm going to the club later. I'm going to put my denim suit on. Make a Dave Youngblood video. I don't know. We might get demonetized. I know I can imagine the improv acting. Yeah, I don't know. I probably won't do that. That might be a... that's for another channel. I don't know why that goddamn light's going off either. I still don't know why that light's going off. This is not very exciting, but there's lots of flooding in Gilbert, Arizona out there. What am I doing? I need to hit this button. And then I need to go back here. There's a lot of flooding taking place in Gilbert, Globe, Arizona, Phoenix area. And there was actually like a crazy warning, and they like made people evacuate and all kinds of stuff. And due to the recent flood in Globe, Arizona, and the state of emergency declared by Arizona Governor Hobbs in Gila County, I think Gila, what's a Gila monster in Gila County, Virtue's Paintball's office will be closed on Monday, September 29th, while our team assists in relief and cleanup efforts in coordination with our local fire department. So that sucks. You know, yeah, I don't know. I just saw that. I thought that was kind of crazy. You know, natural disasters are becoming like a weekly occurrence here in on Earth, we should say. Earth. I watched part of this earlier, and I kind of just wanted to like shout it out. The Paintball Fit YouTube channel. You know, go subscribe to the Fit channel. Am I subscribed to the Fit channel? I gotta be subscribed to the Fit channel. Does it say like if I'm like subscribed? Is this what this means? That's what that means. Okay. Yes, Paintball Fit, the most exciting up-and-coming pro team in the last 214 years. Paintball Fit, they do have a good web series. It's just like every tournament they'll go and recap stuff, and like, you know, obviously you can see interview right there, and then, you know, there's gameplay stuff, and they like recap the actual games, actual 3-man stuff. It's really cool. If you're a paintball nerd like I am, a degenerate just in general, you might like the Paintball Fit series. There's a link below. You know, go subscribe to Paintball Fit's YouTube channel. They got a lot of stuff on there. They're one of the more active YouTube, for sure. No question. I mean, they're easily the most active pro paintball YouTube channel, or just really probably the most active social team. You know, look at all this goddamn stuff. People are getting married. We're playing paintball under the black lights. That's good stuff. Oh, I hit a wrong button. Hopefully it doesn't like kill the live stream. I have too many buttons on this stream deck now. I'm gonna like flip pages. Nate, I was gonna ask you a question. Nate, do you have your Discord account linked to your YouTube channel? Do you have your YouTube channel linked to your Discord? I ask that because here on the Paintball Ruined My Life YouTube channel, I have this thing called channel memberships. YouTube has this thing called channel memberships, and I partake in the membership program. If you want to become a member, you can follow that link right there on the screen. You can click that QR code, and it will take you directly to the YouTube page to sign up for memberships. What do you get? You're going to get early access to videos. I kind of want to pause this video. How do I like... This is the first time we've ever run this video, so I don't... We're figuring it out. You get early access to videos. So like right now, all channel members are getting access to the Joy Division Dynasty video that will be out for regular members just in a few days here. Not too long. You get early access to YouTube videos. This will go here in a minute. Members only videos. So like a recent thing I've been doing for members only is every video that comes out kind of doing a behind the scenes debrief of that video, kind of a director commentary 20% off merch and other discounts, we should say, not just merch. You know, sometimes we get a little other stuff cool. Giveaways. You know, sometimes I get free stuff from companies and I don't know what to do with it, so we're giving it away. Merch giveaways, like that giveaway right there was for the Carbon Drive Hopper. And Nate, the reason I bring you up is because I'm reactivating the YouTube members only area in the Discord. I'd kind of like to do that. And there's a handful of you in there, 2, but I don't really know if it's working right or not. So that's why I asked Nate if he was hooked up on Discord, if he had linked his YouTube channel, so that he would get access to the members only area. Become a member. Think about supporting this channel. You know, without the support really of you guys, I mean, none of this would be possible. So without people watching videos, without people sharing videos, liking stuff, without you guys graciously being members, yeah, I think that I actually realized I didn't put something in here. I totally didn't put something in here. I meant to put like members only live streams. Son of a bitch. But I really like it. What do you guys think about my character I made? He's pretty cool, right? I like it a lot. Become a member on the Paintball Ruined My Life YouTube channel. I want to like put that guy on the screen full time. That'd be kind of fun. Da-da-da-da. I want to like think of names. Oh shit, that's right. It's all green. I gotta key it out. I'm gonna freaking key it out. I guess I could try it really fast, but then it's gonna like really like hammer me. It's gonna like really hammer the GPU. I don't want to freaking deal with that. There he is. It's kind of cool. It's kind of fun. Anyway, what are you guys talking about? If we had BFP gear in Canada, it would be golden. Do they not ship to Canada? I don't even know, dude. Shipping stuff to Canada is a goddamn nightmare. I do know that much. When I had to ship stuff to Canada for the paintball store, I think I saw that one making noise. I did think about the bunker, and I'm like, great, now they're going to change the bunkers, though. So my little, like, bunker character is not going to work. Brick James, I was kind of thinking of, I liked Busty the bunker, kind of, but it's a little weird. Brick James? Maybe something like, I don't know. No idea. Bunker Man? That's too like spot on. I have some other characters that I didn't put in that video too. I think they're fun. The wonders of AI. eBay International Shipping Program is the best way. Oh, maybe like buy stuff on eBay. I was thinking about having like I would ship through eBay or whatever. Bunker King, yeah. That would go over well. This was crazy. I saw this the other day. This was just nuts. This was on the old Paintball subreddit. That's not what I wanted to show you. We're gonna go real fast. Look at this goddamn thing. This is a Tippmann 98. A Tippmann 98 with a E-blade trigger frame, a DM4 board, an Intimidator solenoid, brake beam eyes, and a low pressure regulator to control the bolt pressure. This might be the craziest Tippmann 98 I think I have ever seen. It's kind of nuts. There's a bunch of pictures. The guy posted these on Reddit. He posted a lot of pictures, way more information. But it's just crazy. You can even see like there's eye covers on there. See like on the side, it kind of blends in, but there's the brake beam eye. I don't know what that is. I mean, we can obviously see it was attached. Maybe that's the solenoid mount. That's the thing to mount the solenoid. And look, you can see a QEV as well. There's a QEV on the back. Crazy. There's a DM4 board. For sure. For sure. It's that little weird square board they had. You got a Tippmann solenoid, weird-ass hoses coming off. There's a little bit on the inside. Look how the eyes are wired. The eyes are just like kind of loose in there. I mean, I don't know what else you'd do. You'd probably have to run them up through that, the vertical reg adapter, that black pipe thing. Just crazy. I just thought this was really crazy. You could use it. I mean, as long as you can you could use this. You could use it. You could like update the software, right? And then, you know, just cap it at 10.5 or whatever. That would be pretty funny. The Tippmann 9800. Yeah, I thought this thing was wild. I was like, wow. It's mainly impressive that people can do this kind of stuff, you know, like, I don't know. I'm like, I guess I could probably do it, maybe? I'm like, I don't know. I mean, the problem is I don't know all the math stuff, like, you know, flow rates and like, I don't know how much air you're gonna need and like what solenoid would work best, but I could probably like rig it up or at least like conceptualize the idea. Either way, crazy. It's really just kind of impressive. It's kind of what Tippmann Effect probably wish they used to have. I mean, Tippmann Effect was their, I don't know how high Tippmann Effect played. They probably played Division 2, maybe D2 Xball, and all those guys had 98s. Some of them probably had A5s, but this is the thing they probably would have really liked. Because their guns were all souped up, but they weren't, I don't think they were as crazy as this. This is more kind of like the spiders that Bad Company were using. Oh, there's Brick James. Brick James is pretty good. That's not too bad. Brick James. New video idea, Brad. I put Field 1 internals in a 98. Did you do it? I mean, I put them in there? Oh, you're saying that's the title of the video, should be that. Everyone would be like, what? No one would even know what I was talking about. They'd be like, what? You put Field 1 internals? Chris? The guy could have made a perpetual energy machine, but instead he made a Frankenstein 98. It took me a minute to get perpetual energy machine. I don't know why. Perpetual motion. The key to unlocking the universe. I've been working on that. What else we got? This is kind of wacky. Sometimes this doesn't work so great on here, so we're gonna see. I didn't actually like full on look at this yet. Oh man. I always have problems on this website, and then I always forget what the actual problems are. Let's go over here. Ugh. Why is this not working either? Having all kinds of problems. Well, I was trying to get the freaking... We were going to look at this insane layout. But I seem to always have problems on this website. I think it's mainly more me than anything else. I just think like I don't know I don't know. Don't know how to use the internet or something like that. It's just all the like pop-up blockers and shit that I have on, like all the like stuff to protect me on the internet that I have on. Okay. We're going here. We're just going to do that. So this is just crazy. So this is the Super 7 series in outside of Australia. And this layout is just ridiculous. Look at this goddamn snake. Like, it's just crazy. Like, it's just wild. It just looks so crazy. I just wanted to look at it more. It's just so weird. I mean, I don't know. I don't know about all these snake beams. God, it's just weird. It's just so weird how, like, it's so easy to get into the snake now. Like, you know, it used to be like a difficult thing where you'd have to, like, try to do it, but now it's like, I mean, like this last tournament, it's like the back center was like, or the back bunkers were like almost in back center. It was crazy. You'd like, I don't know. It just seemed like the bunkers were so close to the back line this last layout. And this is crazy too. Like, look at that. I don't even know what to like think. It just looks crazy. Like, I've never seen a snake with like a trap. Like, you can get stuck in the snake. Like what happens when you're like, dun-dun-dun-dun. What happens if can I go to the ground like this? There is a way to go higher and lower. E, R? Okay, I don't know. But just imagine getting like trapped in the snake, you know, you're like in here and you're like, fuck. You're like, get out. The only way, like, I don't know. I guess you gotta go over here. Jump over that beam. There's no jumping in this, which is kind of annoying. Kind of wish I could jump over stuff. It's just so crazy. Yeah, I mean, I'm kind of one of those guys that, like, you know, previously we've talked a lot about, like, all the bunkers on the field, and it's like, there's so many more bunkers now on the field. It's like, 10 years ago, like, let's go look at something, right? Like, I've been working on the Tauntaun video for a while. Dude, this is like fucking, I'm gonna lose my goddamn mind. I don't normally struggle with computers this much. I just, trust me. We're just going to close this completely. I don't know how to navigate that. Oh my god! All the Glocks are banned. It is funny the things that this suggested, because I don't ever even watch YouTube videos on this channel. But we're going to do it right now. So I was looking like 2013, like PSP paintball. And a lot of stuff will come up. Let's look for Go Sports. I don't know. Let's just watch this random ass game. So like back in the day, there were not as many bunkers in the field. And I say back in the day, and it's like, it's not even that much long ago. But like you can, I mean, this center of the field's nuts. I mean, with all these like, you know, there's all these crazy like just nonsense in the middle, but there's just not nearly as many bunkers. And a lot of people want to kind of go back to this fewer bunker system where I don't know. I don't know. I think that watching today's modern paintball game, I feel that like players are more apprehensive to move now than ever almost. And decreasing the amount of bunkers just makes the gaps you have to run through so much bigger to get to the next spot. I kind of feel that like if we reduce the amount of bunkers, players would move even less. I kind of feel that we would see even less movement. Whether that is true or not, I don't know. But there are certainly fewer bunkers back in the day. I mean, we're missing like half the bunkers. There's so fewer bunkers. Those pins in the center of the field do make it look a little weird. It's kind of deceiving looking, like there's a bunch of stuff in the middle, but yeah, I don't know. Just watching, I'm not really sure. I think that the skill level is much higher now, and everything is just so much better just within like these last, 10-ish years or so. That going back to these like really minimalistic style layouts might not be the greatest. But I don't know. I have no idea, I do feel like that when we're looking at the layouts now, it's like there's just so many bunkers as well. It's kind of like a little ridiculous. So, who knows? I definitely don't. Yep. The old bunkers. What are you guys talking about in here? Chris, any idea when the 26... I don't know, right? We heard a little bit about that too. Any idea what the 2026 bunker set will look like? Who freaking knows? I don't know. I'm with Mark. Everybody, if you're in the live stream right now, make sure to give it a like. Or before you leave, give it a like. You don't have to do it right now. Yeah, who knows? I mean, I remember when the big bricks came out, when the brick and the wedge came out, I think it was 2018, 2019, and it was kind of shocking, I would say. I mean, most people didn't really expect big bunkers like that, although it maybe shouldn't have been that surprising because they were using the W, that big, huge W bunker, and going to like the brick and the wedge, the idea was kind of that like, rather than have that big, huge wall in the center of the field, maybe if we made that wall bunker modular, right, by having the brick and having the wedge, we could kind of maybe build stuff in the center rather than be like forced into having this huge bunker. So I don't know. We were kind of like surprised, but like at the same time, maybe we shouldn't have been. So I don't know what the new bunker set would be. I mean, personally, I'd like to see them maybe remove snake beams. Like, I don't think we need 14 snake beams. I think that's how you get that one crazy, Australian layout is with 14 snake beams. So maybe removing some of the snake beams. And I do think that some of the players, I think that a lot of the pro players also don't like the big, huge brick and wedge. So, but I don't know. It's not like that matters. They don't really, get a say on what happens. But we just hear them talking about not liking it. I don't know. Mark, the X would be dope, or the car wash. The car wash would be funny. Yeah, some of those old bunkers would be really fun. The OG car wash with the streamers or the huge solid car wash. I thought about both of those, and they both wouldn't work on the new field. I mean, the field's too small, because the car wash, the old car wash, was the 10-man car wash, and that thing was huge. Let's see if we can find some of those. Let's look for who made the car wash. I guess nobody did. Paintball car wash bunker. It's just going to be new ones. Oh, there we go, right there. That's like the first picture that came out. They are the freaking car wash. The Sup Air car wash. It's kind of cool though, right? Like, it's kind of cool how it's like you can like see the other side of the field, sorta, like you can kind of like stand behind it, sorta, and just kind of like move around and like they're hitting the like flaps and stuff. You know, back in the day, we played a 10-man Pan Am tournament, and this is when the snake was cool too. See, look at the snake over here. Let's actually go. We'll go look at this. I bet Warpig has all the old bunkers. Yeah, I was like, they're gonna have the old layouts all on here. Those crazy things. What was I talking about? I was like talking about a car wash. Oh yeah, back in the day, 10-man. We played a 10-man Pan Am. I played that tournament with the Mama's Boys. I think I only played like 1 or 2 tournaments with them. Oh, I know. I always pronounce it sup air, Nate. It's 100% soup air, 100%. I know that even. I just have so used to saying sup air for sure. It's definitely soup air because it's super air. You know, what the fuck is sup? I guess stand-up paddleboards, but it's definitely soup air. Yeah, we played 10-man Pan Am at Paintball Sam's. And there was about the 40-yard line. They had a bunker that was maybe this tall, chest height, so maybe that's like 4 feet tall, you know, 4 feet tallish, and 6 feet wide maybe. And it was flat. And they just like they got these 2 posts and just stuck posts into the ground 6 feet apart and then just wrapped net around it. So there was this bunker that was flat that was just made out of net. And you could literally go into the net bunker and just sit there and like just look around and you could like see the entire field. It was pretty cool. It was actually kind of neat. It was very novel, but it wasn't so useful because the height of the bunker, you kind of had to be low. So it's not like you were like standing above everything and like could see everything. You kind of had to like, I don't know, you couldn't really see that much, but it really was kind of cool. I remember going to it and I don't think you could shoot anyone. It really wasn't a good place to go to shoot people. It was just kind of cool to go to be able to like see everyone. It was pretty fun. But I miss that stuff. That's the thing that I truly miss about paintball is like the just fun weirdness, you know? Now tournaments and everything is so like serious that we've kind of lost the weird quirkiness of everything, which, you know, I think there's room for both of those. You know, at one point in my life, you know, 20 years ago, 15 years ago, I was full on, you know, airball's the only way to go ever. So definitely go through phases. Could the penalty box ever make a reappearance? I really, really want it to. I mean, I've been pro penalty box guy for a long time. I like the penalty box because it's cool. They would, back in the day, if you guys don't know what the penalty box, we can actually go. That video we were kind of just watching had penalty box action in it. What were we watching? 2012 PSP paintball. Let's go. I want to find like Go Sports. Okay. Oh, this is top plays. We don't really do that anymore. I wish they'd do that more often. Penalty box. So yeah, back in the day, you used to get, you can see that's the penalty box right there. They're standing on the penalty box. Like the start gate used to be the penalty box. We can see it right there. So the penalty box, there's 2 doors. They've kind of gone through different variations of it as well. So 2013, you could go out of the sides. At one point, you had to go through this net that was in the front. You had to like run out of the front of the penalty box. And then they made it so you could run out the side. So you could choose whichever side you wanted, which I like. I think that's the answer. That's the cool part. Because you didn't know which way the guy was going. So if the penalty was coming off the clock, you know, he's got 5 seconds left on the penalty, you had to choose which way you were going. You could run left to the snake side or to the Dorito side, but the other team couldn't see that. So they didn't really know exactly what was happening. But it was really cool, right? So you could get a 2-minute penalty or like a 5-minute. They'd give 10-minute penalties. And if you got like a major penalty, you'd have to serve full 10 minutes of time. So you could be playing like 4-on-5 for an extended period. And it just created, I think, a different element of the game that was more exciting, right? Like, it was really exciting when, say, like this Houston Heat match, if it was a 2-on-3, and then all of a sudden, like, 2 Heat players come out of the penalty box, and now it's a 4-on-3. Like, that was really exciting. Like, I really liked it, and I really think that we lost something with losing the penalty box. I think it's a very good idea, and I really wish we'd bring it back. I like the penalty box. I'm a pro penalty box guy. I liked it. I have served time in the penalty box. I got a 15-minute or like a 10-minute gross major penalty or some shit one time. It's kind of bad. How about the center flag? I also kind of like center flag. I think that the center flag has a whole other dimension, right? There's also been talk about that recently. You know, one of the things that Tom Cole has been talking about a lot in the podcast that he's gone on Play the Game recently, and the Spick and Span show, is, I don't know, just how we can make stuff more interesting or whatever. You know, we're constantly talking about that, which is good. You know, I think wanting to improve is always good. Paintball went through a stretch like these years, 2013, where nothing really happened. And I feel like we're trying stuff now, which is good. But center flag. I know Tom, I think he briefly touched on that, where it's like you can, maybe we can get points for this, like hitting the center start box, or, you know, the center button or the center flag or whatever. And then you get more points if you actually, you know, hang the flag. And then it's possible the other team could, you know, get those points again, just like we used to do. And I like it. I think that, I don't know if center flag is like, you know, the coolest thing or if it makes sense or not, but I really do like the penalty boxes. I mean, I'm full for penalty boxes. I loved the penalty box. It was great. It was fun. You could shoot the box coming out. You had to watch the clock to make sure for penalties. You could, you know, there's all these different layers to the game that really miss penalty boxes. Sideline coaching was a goddamn nightmare. I definitely don't want that. Sideline coaching made me want to kill myself every tournament I went to. I was like, what the fuck are we even doing? All these goddamn idiots yelling at people. Like, shut the fuck up. I hated it. I think Pro Airsoft has targets you can shoot for points. Wouldn't that be crazy? There's like a target, like, it just goes along the back center. It's just like, and you can like shoot the moving target, bang, you get an extra point. That would be kind of cool. I do like how Airsoft, I think the NSL, the National Speed Soft League, I think the Airsoft, they do have that rule where like, if you shoot all the players, you have to hang the flag or get to the other side or hit the buzzer within like 8 seconds or something crazy. So it makes those games like go really fast, so you can't kill the clock in the same way. I really like that. I think that's an idea that Paintball for sure could look at. I think that 8 seconds is a long time. I think that, you know, maybe 30 seconds or something like that, I really like. And that's been something that I think other people have suggested. So that's not like, you know, some new crazy thing I'm thinking about. Matt the Gym Rat played Speed Soft. I saw that. I did see that. I mean, I think it looks cool. It does look cool. I mean, I think it looks neat. It's cool how it's inside. It's quieter. It's cleaner. It's cheaper. But it just doesn't have the same, like, oomph that Paintball does, you know? Figuratively and literally. Greenspan was talking about the auto point after a team is dead. I don't really like that. I don't really like that, though. I don't like the, like, oh, you shot everyone, okay. Because then we're not even playing, like, because then they're the center flag, the buzzer. I feel like none of that stuff matters anymore. You're not going to get, like, weird racing to the buzzer to hit the clock, hit the buzzer, and, like, a lot of stuff I think would go away. I don't necessarily like that auto point thing. I think that the 30 seconds maybe, because you can still, it still adds like that other layer of drama or interest where teams could run out of time. You know, maybe they don't know they shot everybody and like the buzzer goes off and shit, they didn't win that point. You know, that's way more interesting as a viewer than just like, oh, they shot everyone. You know, kind of why I like umpires calling balls and strikes and stuff like that. It just seems like more interesting. Who knows? LOL. Last weekend, someone sideline coached and said highway, and I got a free kill at the ASG event. I remember all the time, everyone would be like, highway, highway, highway. Dude, coaching sucked. It was the worst. It's so like antithetical and not what paintball is, you know? We talked earlier about like one of the things that I like so much about, you know, 10-man or like, you know, woodsball is sneaking around, you know? Paintball, you're supposed to be like concealed and like sneaky and like you don't want to let people know where you're going and stuff like that. So sideline coaching is just completely not, yeah, it just seems so like different than what paintball is. World Cup. Oh, that's not coming up yet. I was gonna my World Cup information. I don't know. Who's got cool questions for me? I do want to, for you Paintball Ruined My Life channel members, I want to film a paintball question time video coming up here pretty soon. And I believe I will be trying to do a a first Thursday of the month members live stream. So Thursday I'll do a live stream, but I might like figure out when it's going to happen. PB lover. Also, anybody know what happened to the Monkey with a Gun movies? Did Major League Paintball buy the rights or something? Yes, they did. Yes, something like that. Yes. I mean, I don't know. Yeah, I can talk about this. Because I've talked about it with Major League Paintball guys, and I think they told me I could say it. I'm pretty sure. Yes. So they did buy all that Monkey with a Gun stuff. So, is it Monkey with? Did I get these brands freaking confused all the time? Well, it's Monkey with a Gun, Patrick Spohr, right? Right? Oh my gosh, dude, like monkey with a gun, paintball. I'm not insane. I'm not like super crazy, right? Monkey with a gun, 100%, yes. So yeah, they did, so yes, Major League Paintball is acquiring, or was supposed to acquire all the Monkey with a Gun stuff. So like serial killers, push, you know, Heroes for a Day, all that stuff should be at some point on the Major League Paintball Plus YouTube channel. They did have a little bit of an ad during the last tournament. You saw like there was a flash of Nikki Cuba from the Heroes for a Day video. Heroes for a Day. Right there. There was a little flash of Nikki Cuba in there, so that was maybe a little bit of a hint. It should be on there. You know, I'm not yet, but it will be, I should say. That's what I meant to say, is it should be on there at some point. Let's look at this stuff. Oh, I don't have my camera set up. Never mind. I was like, we can look at like this cool book and stuff. So they will, yeah. Some point. That's kind of why they disappeared off YouTube. It does come with this cool, like, book, this Heroes for a Day book. Dude, I would have loved to be able to make this kind of stuff. This stuff is so much cooler than the stuff we're making right now, guys. Like YouTube and stuff, like all the videos that I make, like these kind of things, like this is so much cooler. Like this is just so much cooler. Like all the work and effort and design that goes into this stuff, and like all the travel they had to go through, and like, you know, everything's designed. They made this like, you know, booklet with all these different photos and stuff. It's really cool. It's just so much more fun and like so much more neat and unique, and it's just cooler. That's all. We just don't have stuff like this anymore, you know. There's not a lot of cool physical products just in general. Not just paintball, just, you know, in life. Anyone gonna pick up anything up the Hormesis sale? I did say that Hormesis was having like some sort of anniversary sale or something like that, right? That's kind of crazy that they're even having a sale, because they used to not even be able to buy the stuff. It was so rare for so long that it was like unobtainable. Yeah, Faceful wasn't Faceful so great. So good. Who sits on the board that makes the final decisions for the annual NXL changes? I don't know. I mean, I could guess. I'm gonna go Tom Cole, Jason Trozen, Bart Yakimek, Randy Smith, Dave Baines, Dave Painter. There's some other people I'm probably missing. I mean, those are your top dogs over at the NXL. I don't know if anyone has like final say or how that all works. Actually, I have no idea. I don't even know if they have a board. I mean, I don't even know. They used to have like the MPPL and stuff used to have like a board, and like every team had like a part of the board or some shit. I don't know. Who knows? Tom Cole and Dan Bilzerian. Dan. Didn't the NXL hire people from the UFC to promote it? MLG says they did. They definitely did. Let me see here. They definitely did. Let's see. MLB UFC. Yes, there are my notes. The NXL has officially, let's open this too. The NXL has hired Brett Anise, or Anisi, I think, maybe. That guy right there, literally that guy. That's your guy. That's Brett. And you can see that he actually has like legitimate, like, oh my god, a dude that actually has actual production experience. So these guys, they weren't hired, I should say, they weren't hired to promote the NXL necessarily. They were hired as Major League Paintball's executive producers for all media. So they're the executive producers for Major League Paintball. Brett and Mike Pacheco? Yeah, this guy. His picture might not be in here, but yeah, he's the guy who like produced quite a bit of this not NFC stuff. NFC, I don't know. A lot of this stuff. So yes, them working like hand in hand, or really kind of being in charge of the NXL media portion, has had me very excited. You know, they've not been there very long, so not, you know, a lot's happened, only a couple months, I think. They both played paintball, played competitively on tournaments, and have played the PSP and MPPL, and like they're actual paintball players, which is really cool. Yeah, there's a couple things. They were on the Paintball Nerd Paintball nerd Zyzik did a podcast with them. That's where all this information I'm telling you came from. Yep. There's your answer. Yeah, it's hard to say it's filler. It definitely is not like, it's not like, let's go back to browser. I wouldn't say it's filler, because he was the countdown show. This is like a big show. Like, I'm not 100% sure. I don't really watch the UFC or know how any of this shit works, but, I mean, he did a lot of this. Look at this, 79 episodes or some shit like that. And that's like fucking real TV experience, you know? You know who's worked for the NXL and like Go Sports and done all the media stuff in the past? Just random people, I think. So having actual professionals is just all I'm excited about. And I'm not saying the Go Sports guys are Major League Paintball plus people do bad. I think they do an excellent job. But, just having, hopefully professionals does something. I don't know. Can't get any worse. Some Brandon says, I've worked on filler teams. Okay. The broadcast schedule tells you where your team stands in production. Sure. I just meant like they're making like I don't know. I feel like when we say filler, it just seems like they're making like they've made like just little snippets for like the TV show or something. I don't know. For sure. It's like the pregame for the NFL, for sure. That's exactly what I assumed it was. Kind of like, the PSP used to do that too. They used to do the, They used to do like some sort of roundup thing or something. I don't know. Who knows? Verbal. In Texas, Mike asked what kind of camera I was shooting on. Wait, in Texas, Mike asked what kind of camera was I shooting on? RE or Red? I was like, dude, I'm rocking a Sony FX3. I'd be like, yeah, dude, this is where I bring out my large format RE Alexa camera. That's funny. Well, NXL films with Red cameras, so there's a Red camera on the fucking zipline thing or whatever. Yeah. I think cameras are overrated, so yeah, kinda. That's funny. That's that high budget people. Like, man, this is my own camera. I don't have 150 grand to buy a camera, baby. I can't imagine having those cameras. Like, I don't know. Like, I don't think the cameras matter all that much. I really don't. I think that like when we're talking like no one even knows what RE is. Like RE cameras are the Red cameras, and people might understand Red because Red's gotten like popular with like YouTubers. But the difference between those cameras, like the $3,000 FX body, it's like okay, or $150,000 Alexa body, it's like 99% of the people watching the footage, at least for what we're doing, no one's ever even gonna know any difference, It's just like, I don't know. You know what's funny we'll watch? We'll watch something. This is something funny that I filmed with the camera. No. Hold on. I gotta think here. I gotta outsmart the computer. Okay, I gotta go here. I gotta sign into another YouTube account, so it's like me using an Alexa. This is a Sony A7C, so it's like the cheapest like full frame camera body I think they've ever made. And above me, I have a Sony a6300 that is like 10 years old, and nobody would even know the difference. I mean, half the people are watching shit on our goddamn phones. I'm like, you gotta watch it on a big screen. Okay, so this is a video. We're gonna close some of these. This is a video I filmed the other day at the paintball field. I filmed. So this is filmed with like a $80 like really shitty Sony like handy cam that's like 10 years old.
Could a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood?
About 3, maybe 4.
You name a Mac Div gun, mate.
Oh, Mac Div, I think you got the Aussie,
Oh, Chris,
you got the Koala.
Chris, you're in this.
They're coming out with the board rider.
I heard that Koala's got the eucalyptus DLC you can get for it.
It's true, but they come with herpes, so you gotta be careful.
Jake, mate, can you name a Mac Div gun, mate?
Oh, clone GTI, man.
Oh, he knew one of them. We got KJ over here who at one point played on the Chicago Bulls.
Grape for sure.
Grape, why is that?
It brings me back to when I was a kid. You know what I'm saying?
I think these are
stuff,
fun.
Of
like,
course. So
I want to
hear it
film
here
like
first,
more of
folks.
these at the
KJ's
field.
PB&J flavor.
They're funny.
The KJ PB&J special is going to be grape for today. So where would be the best sandwich place in Baltimore if I wanted to get a grilled cheese with pigeon added onto it? That I don't know. All right, so we got the Street Fighters coming off right now. AB, how are you feeling?
Feel like shit.
Hell yeah.
A little sick.
Okay.
I got a shit.
Nice.
Probably some diarrhea, but other than that, I'm good.
Mark, can we get a word from you right now? So we have Mark right here. He's going to be coaching the Street Fighters. Mark, for the upcoming tournament, what are you thinking? What are your game plans right now?
Our game plan is to not die, shoot everyone, preferably 5, hit the buzzer, go out to the pits, get some water, hydrate, and then do it again. Back to back to back to back, at least.
So we have Josh here with us right now.
Play paintball.
Now, do you think of the tournament, do you think you would actually have wiped that hit that you got out on in this point?
Definitely not. You know, I know Hatch is on, especially on this field 2.
Anyway, these are fun. This is Josh's log.
You heard it here first.
Maybe do a little, a little check, whatever.
I think they're
You heard it here
fun.
first, folks. KJ's favorite PB&J flavor, the KJ.
What are you guys talking about? Where is the best place to get food spit on? I thought you were going to ask me where the best place to buy food on a spit is. I don't know. Just go like offend anybody who's working. Audio is so much more important than insane visuals. You're right. That's why I have a $1,000 microphone. Not really. You know what I was thinking about doing, guys? I have this, look at this microphone right here. Give me some feedback on this. We're going to switch mics real fast. And we're going to mute it really fast so I don't cause anybody to go deaf. You can hear the fucking... This sounds not so great. I want to use this for... I want to try to use this for making audio for videos, and rather than the other microphone setups. I like this one because I think I might be able to just talk like, I don't know, directly into it rather than having to like set up the microphone. I can kind of just leave it in this position. Which microphone sounds better? This one probably sounds better because I'm close to it. I also have like a lot of compression going on and like noise canceling shit and like, the goddamn fucking thing keeps creaking. They're like wacky. All right, there we go. It shouldn't sound better. The other one was better. All right. Fine. I wonder why. I bet it's not. I'd have to hear it. I don't like this one because I have to be on the microphone. The other one's cool because it's like right there. And we're back on the overhead microphone. I just like this one because, like, it's, you know, yeah, it's definitely hard to hear on your phone speakers. That's for sure. I just like this because this one's like, this is not for voiceover. This is like a microphone made to, like, a shotgun microphone. This one's not really for voiceover either, but, you know, this was my newscaster. Anyway, I really want to get I should just get a regular old wonky podcaster microphone. Yeah, who knows? I don't know. I got the gains are all weird on this thing. This one's supposed to be, this is what, you know, if you're on the, you know, if we're live on the scene, this is what we'd be talking into. This thing is so creaky. Okay. Anyway, what are you guys doing this weekend? Anyone doing cool this weekend? I mean, we got like a week to plan it. It's supposed to rain this weekend here, which is just, you know, fucking awful. Yeah, I think it's more what, I don't know. Goddamn microphones. I really want to get an Electro Voice RE20, right? Do I want to get an EV RE20? Yeah. This is what I want. If someone would buy this for me... Oh, that's not what I want. I want to get this. Oh, they're $550. They're not, like, super bad. The Electro Voice RE20. So, you know, maybe if we got enough channel members on this YouTube channel, we could buy ourselves a new microphone. You know, if you ever want to support this channel, if you want to help make sure this thing keeps chugging along and help contribute to videos, you know, if you think about becoming a channel member here on YouTube, you can get early access to videos, you know, like the Joy Division Dynasty debacle, the worst call ever in the history of paintball. You get members only videos like these debrief videos that are essentially just director commentary kind of. Merch discounts, 20% off merch. It's only 20% off like that hat right there, or additional discounts too, not only merch. I'll like splash out of their random things. Giveaways. The Carbon Drive giveaway happened recently, but only for channel members. So you have to be a channel member, as well as the brand new rolling it back out members only Discord. I want to try to, you know, pump Discord a little bit more. Think about becoming a channel member. You can get all of those perks and become part of the Paintball Ruined My Life family by going to that link or following that QR code. So someday we can buy ourselves an Electro Voice RE20. And I will sell one of the 50 microphones that I have. Sitting on my desk, I rock the MD5 44. I don't even know what that is. The MD, the Sennheiser. Oh, really? That looks crazy. That's like very expensive. That thing looks gnarly. Wow. Craziness. Who? Nate Hanneman with that $10 super chat. But our freaking system is broken. I don't know what the hell's going on. I thought I fixed it earlier. $10, dude. It's going to go to the microphone fund. I need to sell my other microphones. I got too many microphones. For my shotgun, oh, the Sennheiser MKH416. That's kind of what this is. It's kind of a knockoff. More microphones. It's kind of this. This is a, I'm going to take the XLR cap off. Whoa. Shiza. You like that? This is just a tripod. So I have two of these. This is like a knockoff of the 416. This is a Cinco. I don't even know what this is called. The Mic D2. These things came out and like they're almost an exact copy of the Sennheisers. There's like charts and stuff, all kinds of stuff. They've like tested the whatever shit, and it's almost an exact replica. That's what this is right here. That's what that is up there too. This is all just nonsense. Like this is just like a freaking. This is a DJI tripod for my gimbal. Because I've just rigged it up. So these are cool because they're like cheap. It was like $200 or whatever. So it's like a, you know, a fifth of the price or whatever of the Sennheiser mics. Yeah, those are like the gold standard for, we'll say, movie voiceover. That's what you're getting. The most recent video, the reason this has that tripod on there is because I was actually talking into the microphone like this at the desk. So I was like trying out new situations. One of the problems I have with videos is that, like, you know, forever I would sit in front of the camera, right? I would sit in front of the camera and do the video. And then after that, it's done. Essentially, it's over. Like, I'm not refilming, we're not doing more audio. It's over. But with these like more complicated videos recently, I find myself needing additional stuff all the time. I'm like, oh man, I should have talked about this. Why didn't I talk about this? And then I got to go record additional audio, but I normally am recording the audio when I'm filming too. So it's like all this weird setup. I got to like go reset the microphone up so it sounds right in the room. So I'm trying to figure out a situation like this where I can just like, you know, pull a microphone in and just like record additional audio. So I tried it with this, but this thing is so like not the right microphone. So it's like very, I don't even know how to describe it because I don't know that much about this stuff. I only know because I have to know. Anyway, any future videos in the pipeline for sure. I mean, you're going to see very soon, in a couple days, the video titled The Most Controversial Paintball Game Ever. I think that's what it's called. Against Dynasty and Joy Division. There was a big kerfuffle. And the current one that I'm actually working on is called Tauntauns Shooting Hot. I don't know what the video title is going to be yet, but when the Tauntauns shot 350 feet per second in the middle of a game and they got in a lot of trouble. You going to do a video about the Halo? Probably not. Probably not. Probably not. I thought about the rotor, though. When you said Halo, I thought about the rotor. I mean, I kind of talked about the Halo, though, in the Bob Long video. Though I probably talked about the Halo for like 2 minutes or something like that in the Bob Long video. Probably not a Halo. I mean, I don't know. Maybe, though. I don't know. When they do it? Tauntauns. 2013. I forget what tournament it was, but I think it was like, oh no, I remember what tournament it was. It was Riverside, California, 2013. I think it was probably the second event of the year. So maybe it was like May or something like that. Somewhere in there. Your voice sounds much deeper than the old clips from years ago. Is that the difference in audio? For sure, 100%. 100%. Because I had some really shitty microphones. They're still over there that I was using for a while. What's really happened with YouTube, it's so crazy how, like, for instance, like when I started YouTube, the light that you're looking at me right now, I bought a couple years ago for probably $60. And when I started YouTube in like 2018, you know, 7 years ago or whatever. So just like a few years later, those products have gotten so cheap. So like when I started 2018, that light would have probably cost me, I don't know, no joke, $4,000 to $5,000 to get a light that size, that like quality and like all those things. Thousands of dollars like 10 years ago, and now it's $60. So one of the problems, like when I first started, is that like everything was so expensive that like I had to use shitty lights. You know, I had to use like cheap lights. I couldn't spend, you know, $5,000 on lighting. That's insane. And I had to use cheap microphones. I couldn't buy like that Sennheiser MK-H416. They're like $1,000. I can't spend $1,000 on a microphone. You know, that's crazy. So these like weird kind of like rip-off, knockoff kinds came out, and really affordable lights happened. So when I first started, everything was kind of wonky because everything was so unaffordable. It was crazy. And now everything's like, I mean, literally like 10% of what it used to be. Like 10 years ago. It's crazy. Verbal says right there, you know, like when I first started, I was like, oh my God, I really want a sky panel. I was like, dang, dude, sky panels are so cool. And like the sky panel lighting's the best. And like, I'm trying to pull some up really fast, but those lights are thousands and thousands of dollars. And now you can get them for $200, like an equivalent for $100, $200. So everything's just gotten so cheap. It's mainly just because, like, you know, 10 years ago, 2015, like, you know, people were making YouTube videos, but not nearly at the scale that they are now. So this big, huge influx of all these people that want good microphones and good lighting and stuff, all that stuff happened, and it just, you know, everyone started making cheap stuff where it wasn't like segregated to like these high production things. LED lights have legit come as far in this time frame for sure. It's like yeah, I mean, I remember, yeah, for sure. I mean, like that's an LED panel. I don't really use, I have a big ass fucking LED spotlight that I use really for lighting most of the time. It's crazy how cheap stuff's gotten. It's really kind of cool. It's allowed all of this to happen. 300 feet per second is doable at 1080p with mid gear. I don't even know. Like, I think of feet per second when I think of like frame rate on like cameras. So maybe like gameplay? Like computer games? Yeah, so everything's way cheaper and way, way cooler now. And more reliable. Lights. Yeah, I still have a lot of my old microphones and lighting and stuff, so I don't know what to do with this shit. Philip, what are you saying? It's kind of underrated, but the motorbike vlogs, they're all using these expensive mics, and most of the guys just use $20 mics because it's just really good. Yeah, nowadays. I mean, yeah. Everything's just gotten so cheap because of China, really. Someone said it. Curtis said it. Yeah, frame rate playing video games, for sure. Yeah, man, like, I don't know anything about, like, graphics cards and stuff nowadays, but, like, for sure, I remember buying, like, I remember like say like playing like Battlefield in like, 20 years ago and having probably mid-range graphics cards and them not really being able to even work. Now it's probably crazy. Stuff just works. I don't really know. It's kind of like computers now. It's like, dude, the Apple computers are like mind-bogglingly fast. Like all this like new architecture we're using and whatever. I'm blanking on the names of all this stuff. It's all crazy now. Anyway, it's good times. Kind of want to play paintball. I'll probably play paintball next weekend. Thinking about it. Verbal says Apple Silicon has been the biggest improvement in my video editing. Yeah. I mean, I'm still using, and we talk about this all the time. I still have I'm using the cheapest, I'm on right now, the cheapest Mac Mini M1 you could ever buy. Right now. And it's good. Like my videos, I've started to run into problems. I've never needed like a bunch of RAM, but now I need more RAM because I have so many clips and like there's just so much weirdness, but it's kind of mind-boggling how like fast stuff is. I do want to get an M4 Mac Mini though here soon, probably. I think so. Phil says, in recent years, Brad, have you seen the NXL layouts? We've been like, damn. Wait, hold on. What? In recent years, have you seen an NXL layout? You've been like, damn, I'd love to play that. I don't know. Honestly, my memory's so bad, I couldn't tell you. I don't know. Maybe? I don't know. I think that I generally get to see a lot of them, though. So I honestly don't know. My memory's just so bad. It's like, I don't know, dude. I feel like I don't remember stuff, but I think that I've just gotten really good at remembering things I want to remember. And like everything else just like zips out of my brain. I don't know. There's a $500 M2 Pro Mini with 32 gigabytes of RAM. That's pretty crazy. It's crazy that like I'm using 8 gigs right now and I can edit like 4K 15-minute line timelines with like multiple clips on top of each other. Like it's crazy that like I don't even know. I don't think I need even 32. I don't even know what. I don't know. Like my computer runs pretty fine with 8. Rose, I'm so bad at remembering layouts, even though I spent so much time looking at them. It's weird though, you probably don't. Once it's not the current one, I can't recall anything about it. I always like people ask me that when I'm filming. If I'm like I used to film and take pictures of tournaments and stuff. I mean, I got a lot of pictures from this last tournament. Let's look at some of the pictures from the last tournament. Yeah, people always used to ask like, oh, did you see what happened? Or like, did you see that match? Or I'm like, dude, I don't know. Because like every time that I'm like watching, I'm not really watching the tournament, you know? I'm like looking at through this like weird kind of eye where like I'm looking for moves to happen or trying to figure out the best angle on something. I'm not even like watching the games at all, you know? Like, I don't even know really what happened. It's like kind of know what happens sometimes, but sometimes at other times. So I took all these pictures this past weekend. Hopefully this works. Thank God. Okay. So I really like all these ones with like the flash. I'm a fan of those ones. There's a bunch of stuff in here. Like these are all pretty goddamn good. Those are pretty good. Go Padres. There's a lot of pictures in here. There's like 800 pictures though. So there's quite a few. I mean, I'm partial to the non-paintball pictures, so, you know. Although, this is good. These are kind of fun. I'm very partial to the non-paintball, like I said. Where I can, like, see people's faces and stuff. Look at all these pictures they took this weekend. Golly. Good ones. Those are kind of cool. There's one where, see, like, these are the ones I like. These are the actual good photos. Like, that one's great. That's so good. I like it. Dang, there's one I think of K. This is also good. I like that too a lot. Yeah, I'd much rather walk around and take pictures of the humans, not necessarily paintball action. This is cool. This is kind of lucky. There's a really good one in the snake where they're like battling each other. They're right in front of each other and they're like shooting each other and you can like see both of their paint in the air. I don't know. Oh, here it is. It's probably going to be a little hard to see. One of these is really cool though. I think it's that one. It's hard to see though. Like I said, you're probably not going to see it, but it's just cool because they're both shooting at each other. Like there's just a ton of paint in the air. Hey, look at there's. Let's look at all the bunch of pictures. This is when I rode my bike from San Francisco to Santa Monica. Ooh, look at all my snacks. There's one crazy. This is what I was looking for. I was looking for this picture. My wicked ass sunburn. I stayed in a hotel room that night. I camped half the time and hoteled half the time. Anyway, it's not really what I wanted to do. Oh, this is good. Smelling salts? Woo! Anyway, what's happening? Candids. Yeah, I like them way more. Brad's doing pro NXL media. I would do media for the NXL, but they're not going to like the media that I do. Like, again, like, I'm not the guy. I really don't like, I mean, I shouldn't say that I don't like it, but, like, you know, I mean, some of these pictures, like, they're fun, and some of them aren't terrible. Like, you know, that one's kind of cool. But, I don't know. Like I said, I'm much more like, I want to follow people around and get like these pictures of people and stuff. They're just better. Like, that's really good. They're just so much more fun. Like this, super good. Oh, the one I like of Cliff. Where's Cliff? There's a string of Cliff that I like a lot. Yeah. Putting on his jersey, I like this one. And he's like pulling it down. Bam! Those are good. Anyway. $500 an hour, that's all I charge. Phil, they're having like a super sale. Too many bills. Tell me about it, dude. I paid my cell phone bill for a year. I paid car insurance for 6 months. I paid hosting for a year. Oh, maybe it's so many bills this month. It's always nice to be able to pay those things for a year. That's really cool, though. I always like that. Makes it a little bit easier. A little less stressful. Paintball pictures. Yeah, there's some good ones. I did get bruised a lot. I like looked into my bruising too. Like, I don't know, you probably can't see it anymore, but this was a bruise on my bicep that was like, I don't know, yeah, you can still see it a little bit, but it was really bad. And I had like, I got shot in the legs and I bruised really bad. I don't know, it was really weird. There's like wicked bruises, like, I don't know, there's like crazy bruises on my legs. And like I kind of looked into it, and like I've changed my diet so much in the past like 6 months that I think I might be like low on vitamin K. So I gotta like try to like eat some sort of vegetables a little bit more. Very weird incident at the paintball field. Hey, ICE is giving signing bonuses away. Are they really giving the bonuses away still? Dude, our government, it's getting a little out of control, guys. I fucking know, dude. Who knows? We're not going to have any, I don't know. It just really sucks. Like, I remember when I was a kid, like, you know, when you're a kid, I remember, like, not worrying about stuff and, like, obviously you're a kid, so you don't have any context. But, like, you know, you think about, like, our future and, like, the direction, like, everything is going. And it's like, how do you plan for the future? Or, like, do anything? Hostility, iron? I think I'm good on iron. I'm pretty sure it's K1, which you get through leafy green vegetables, and that helps in clotting. Iron was my first thought, but I need enough meat. I was like, I eat like 8 eggs a day, and like I eat chicken every day, and like I eat red meat. Like I don't think it's iron. I do think it's a K1. But I don't know how to plan for my future with such craziness, so I don't know. Fucking the drum circle. You ever been in a drum circle? I was in a drum circle once. It's not that cool. James, what's up? James, I thought about you the other day, and for a long time, I thought you were another James Sutton. I thought about you like, we were talking at the field the other day, and then I thought about you that night or something, and I like was like, oh yeah. For like a good while in the chat, I thought you were a different James Sutton. I'm pretty sure he's another James Sutton. Which is funny. Brad on the bongos. Wait, what is that song? Don't you remember? Da, 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 da. We built this city on rock. That's a different song. Isn't it like Chachi plays the bongos or something? Chachi plays the bongos. Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, gentlemen, I go to the bathroom really bad, so we might as well call it. What's happening? I'd smoke. I'm on a 1v1. I don't know. Oh, maybe other James. Probably. James is like, yeah, I'm like 90% sure his name is also James Sutton. I don't know what's going to happen if I search James Sutton. Maybe it's not. I don't know. I don't know. What's happening now? Okay, guys. Well, me, I don't even play paintball. People always think I'm good at paintball. I'm not good at paintball. I've talked about how I'm not good. I feel like I know what to do. Like, I know what to do, I just can't do it. I'm just, like, not a good shot. I think that, like, my vision is not very good or something. Like, I definitely know that this eye is blurry. Like, I found out that my left eye is blurry. I found that out, like, a couple years ago. I was like, why do I always aim with my right eye? Even when I'm shooting left-handed, where you think I would aim with my left eye, like, down the barrel, I stick my head out, and I aim with my right eye still. I realized that one day. I'm like, why the hell do I do that? I'm like, I fucking can't see with my left eye. I can see fine. Like, I can see. It's not like I can read, and, like, it's not like, I mean, that, you know, I can read the font on the computer hella far away. So it's not like I can't read, or it's bad, but this eye is just, like, just slightly sharper, where I can, like, barely notice it, but somehow I, like, subconsciously, I, like, know it, and I, like, compensate it, and just one day was like, just freaking realized. It's crazy. I probably have developed some sort of, like, stigmatism or some sort of problem. I don't know. I haven't got my eyes tested in so long. Yeah. A long time. Okay, guys. I'm going to pee my pants. So, come back next one, Monday, 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Make sure to check the, channel this week. There will be the Joy Division Dynasty video. The most debated, heavily debated paintball game. Maybe the most egregious call in the history of paintball. Will be on the YouTube channel, Hail Hydra. Hydra, like, what the hell is Hydra from? Isn't that, like, Marvel? Hydra like that, or like the paintball company? A monocle? I like that idea. Is it Captain America? I know it was in that one show. Wasn't it that, like, one TV show where they had, like, I don't know. It was, like, a while ago. All right, guys. At ease. Enjoy the rest of your night. Oh.